Welcome everyone to another hotel review. I'm your hotel critic, Caleb Kent, and I'm a multi-hobbyist here on YouTube. And in this review, I will be covering Loews Portofino Bay Hotel at Universal Orlando. I got to stay at this property during the second half of August, and here are my thoughts. Before we get started, here are some fun facts about the property. It has 750 rooms, it has its own harbor, and is currently the only 5-star hotel at Universal Orlando Resort. The theme of this property is based on and inspired by the Italian Riviera coastline commune of Portofino, a fishing village located southeast of the city of Genoa, Italy. And it's very well decorated and glorious, and it really does strive to replicate the atmosphere and culture of Italy. Just take a listen to the music they play throughout the property. Definitely a good touch. All around, this hotel has stunning views and subtle details of a city in Italy. Now before I get into it all, I want to disclaim that a lot of parts of the hotel are currently undergoing renovations, or at least it was when I stayed there. So a bunch of parts were closed off, had construction walls, or was being worked on. So when watching this review, just keep in mind with the footage that it doesn't normally look like this. With that disclaimer being, well, disclaimed, let's start the review. When you first arrive at the hotel, you will be endeared by the front of the lobby's design. First off, there are scooters on display for decoration, and then there is an Italian-inspired water fountain beside the driveway. This water fountain is very cool and just a neat addition to the hotel. And then you'll also notice some flags hanging over the driveway. This front piece alone looks very nice and definitely invites you into the spirit of Italy. And the front of the lobby here is only the beginning of the immersion. And then when you step inside the lobby, you will be fascinated by the hotel's Italian charm. Everywhere you look, you find attributes to luxury in Italy, from the chandeliers, sconces, floor, pillars, plants, paintings, and colors of the walls. It's just an elegant way for you to get settled into your stay at the hotel, and the lighting levels only enhance that. On your left and facing opposite the front desk is a very cool hangout room, and it has a lot of Italian touches and decorations. It's not just the paintings on the walls or the structural designs of the building, it's the banded couches and armchairs, flags, the plants again, and this horse. There's also a balcony with it, but it was locked so I couldn't go out. Not sure if they open it for certain occasions, but I wouldn't guess it's open for guests regularly. Still a good view nonetheless. Continuing down facing towards the lobby is a cute little room with a mini European water fountain, benches, glass ceiling, and building designs, and booths for Universal vacation packages and Avis. You also access a small courtyard from there, but it was blocked off. But this is what it looks like though. On the right of this area is a dimly lit hallway that replicates Italian city alleyways. This is honestly one of my favorite parts of the hotel because it's not something I expected it to have, but it has it, and it makes the hotel even cooler. There's a gift shop inside here, by the way. At the end of it, on the other side of that courtyard, you find this neat garden piece. This alleyway portion of the lobby really is just delightful and a fine addition to the hotel. And that's about it that I saw for the inside, or at least what wasn't blocked off temporarily. The inside of the hotel is a good way to set in the mood of a relaxing vacation in Italy. Back to that area in the lobby with the water fountain, on the left of it are the stairs to the main outdoor portion of the property. And this is where you are going to really feel like you are in Italy. You'll see the water and harbor, the outlines of the hotel's exterior, the trees, the table setups, and the gondolas scattered about on the water. Against the water is this huge open space to take in the views of the hotel. And everywhere you look, you will be captivated by all the varying colors and designs of the building. It really does look majestic all around. And you should definitely take a stroll along the pathways next to the water on both sides to get a good idea of the theme as well as great glimpses of the property. On the sides of the hotel building here, you'll find a variation of shops for merchandising and food. You will also spot some instances of the water taxi arriving or departing in the water here at the hotel. This part of the hotel is quite literally the best aspect of it, as it is just so gorgeous and convincing to the theme of Portofino. Here's a pic I took of it at nighttime. So yeah, don't miss out on taking in the views here, and also snapping a pic. There are 3 pools here at the property. At the end of the east wing is Hillside Pool, which I tried to film at but couldn't find a way there, since a bunch of the regular pathways were blocked off from construction. I'm assuming it was closed too, but here's what it looks like. Also, while researching this hotel, I found out it's only for adults. Over on the west wing, you find the Villa Pool. I didn't really film this part because I wasn't sure if it was only for those staying in the villas or had a special type of access. I didn't see anything online saying that, so I'm assuming it's probably open to all guests, but don't take my word for it. But I did in fact film the hotel's main pool, known as the beach pool. This pool is pretty cool. Why did that sound like something you'd see in a Dr. Seuss book? And it looks great. It has some sand against the water, palm trees, and this stonework piece with a water slide up top. And one part of the pool wraps around the stonework. There are also 2 hot tubs here, and this one has a neat waterfall feature with stonework. If only I had time to experience it. And of course, the hotel's exterior only enhances the beauty of this pool area. It's just very well made, and a good way to cool off in the heat. The pool area also has some other daily activities that are held here. Other things offered here for recreation include an arcade, a spa experience, walking and jogging trails, and live musical performances at sunset. This hotel has a wonderful look to it, and will undoubtedly make you feel like you are on vacation in Italy. And that in turn makes your experience here something else. And you are going to be ultimately relaxed here while on property. As far as dining goes, you have a bunch of options. Room service is offered there, so you can order food without leaving the comfort of your room. And there's a shop for gelato, as well as Starbucks. At the beach pool is Splendido Bar and Grill, which has full-service dining with everyday food items. At the harbor level next to the stairs to the lobby is Sal's Market Deli, which is the hotel's quick-service restaurant. At the other end is Trattoria del Porto, a restaurant that looks fancy with items that aren't too bad price-wise. Down a ways on the west wing is the Thirsty Fish, a food bar with a few items. Right nearby is Bice Ristorante, a really fancy place with a selection of upmarket Italian dishes. And finally, right by Sal's Market Deli on the other side of the stairs is Mama Della's Ristorante, a fine dining experience with an array of Italian cuisine. And those are your options. If this hotel doesn't have what you are looking for to eat out at, then I'd explore other places located at City Walk. The property is located close by to the Universal Studios Florida side of the resort. At the front of the hotel's lobby, you can take a shuttle bus to get you to the main security checkpoint and back. You do have the option to walk, but it's a bit of a lengthy journey. I highly recommend taking the water taxi services offered here. First off, it's a relaxing journey over there, and the nature around adds to it. But moreover, it's going to be about the same time-wise getting there, if not less. But if it's crowded for opening or closing times of the day, then I'd say walking might be quicker, because I don't know how long the lines get for the shuttle buses during peak times. Either way, you will not be far at all from the theme parks. Now it's time to talk about the rooms here. When taking the elevators to your room, you'll notice a nice modern wood design and this cool floor pattern. Then as you walk your way down the hallways and step into your room, you will be met with comfort inside. Something you will immediately take note of is how spacious the room is. I've seen rooms at the Disney resorts be spacious, but this is even more spacious. Even the bathroom is very spacious. Something I like about the room is the carpet's artistic colors and schemes. And I also think the same with the counter material and coloration for the desk, dresser, nightstand, and bathroom sinks. All around, you will be settled in well with all the little things of the room that help create the vibe inside, including the picture frames, the relatively soft and solar blue headboards, the window blackout curtains with a neat pigment, and the lamps for the nightstand, desk, and corner. And the ongoing trend of the darkish tan tiles is really present in the bathroom. The bathroom has a very simple but neat design, especially for the mirror and sink counter. And once again, it's very spacious. Since my room was on the ground level and we reserved a bay view, that meant the window for the room slides open for you to walk out on onto the harbor. I had an overall nice view of the bay and all the trees on my left. Now get ready for some critic yapping. As admirable as the room is, I will say that it does feel a bit bare in a lot of spots. But I've heard that that is how hotel rooms are in Italy, so I'm going to give the room design grace for that matter. I personally would add a few more stuff for decor if I could, but it's really not a big deal. At the end of the day, it's a great room to return to after a long day at the parks. And more importantly, it's in touch with the theme of Portofino, and it has luxury that will relax you into your stay. A huge perk with this hotel that I need to mention is that when you stay here, included with all the people staying in your reservation are unlimited express passes for all the attractions at Universal Studios Florida and Universal's Islands of Adventure, with the exception to Hagrid's Magical Creatures Motorbike Adventure, since that does not have an express line. But please be informed that the more people you add to the reservation when booking, the more the price goes up, since you are paying for each pass for each person for each day you are staying. Assuming that's how many people are staying or going to use an express pass. The website says that it's free, but it's not actually. But it's still a great perk. And in case you didn't know, the unlimited version means you can use it for any ride for how many times you desire at whatever time. So that is cool and will unquestionably save you time, as well as enrich your experience. The express passes also double as your room key, by the way. As far as other things that I have to say about the hotel, it's actually just that it's definitely somewhere meant more for guests visiting who want a peaceful and a more mature type of stay, rather than one with an outgoing theme park vibe. This isn't a downside at all, but instead something to take note of so you can determine if this is the type of place you'd want to stay at. I absolutely love the hotel's interior and exterior, as the theme was captivating. But in all honesty, I wasn't the biggest fan of the room due to how minimal it felt in terms of design. But that being said, I very much admire what this hotel is about and what type of atmosphere it produces for guests staying here. Something that I recognize with all things in life is that everyone is into different things, no matter the category or topic. And in the case of hotels, a lot of people will love this place, and some not quite as much. But either way, this is a lovely hotel to stay at, and it has a lot of major and minor details that help enhance your experience here. And anyone staying here will find themselves enjoying what this hotel has to offer. In conclusion, if you are looking for an on-site hotel at Universal Orlando Resort with a relaxing environment, simple luxury, good location, and an overall delightful stay, this will be a good pick. But if you want something more stimulating or budget-friendly, then I'd say check out the other on-site hotels here at Universal. This was just an enjoyable place to stay at, and it has luxury in a fine and relaxing manner. Despite my personal opinions, I'm grateful that I got to stay here, and I respect what this hotel provides and encaptures for its guests. I now have 9 properties left to check off here at Universal Orlando Resort in total, and that's including the 3 brand new hotels that will open for Epic Universe. I like to plan ahead, in case you couldn't tell. The hotel's views of the harbor, the nods to Italian city architecture, and its exceptional elegance ultimately make your stay here to be a great time. And even if this hotel isn't your vibe or thing, I think you two will still very much like it. And so, after everything I've said, Loews Portofino Bay Hotel at Universal Orlando gets a final score of 91 out of 100. Thank you for watching this hotel review, and I will catch you all next time. If you enjoyed this video, consider checking out other content that I've made, and don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share, but only if you want to. Over and out.